my blog. I'm Dadhichi. Astrology.com.au is the website. You know, I was just thinking the significant event this last few days has been the transit of Jupiter. According to the Eastern style of astrology, that transit of Jupiter from sidereal Pisces into Aries. That's very, very significant, particularly for the Arians amongst us, those born in late Aries particularly. But I think the really significant aspect to this is the fact that for the last year or so, Saturn has had the aspect of benefic Jupiter on it. Now, according to the ancient system of astrology, Saturn, which is notorious for creating havoc and strife and all sorts of obstructions and delays, has had that beneficial influence of Jupiter on it, thereby protecting those who would otherwise be adversely affected. That includes in particular, once again, the signs of Virgo sidereally, and in Western astrology, the sign of Libra. However, now that that planet has moved, we can see that some of the karma that has been wrought is about to take place. So, whereas in this last year you've had the protective influence of Jupiter, Jupiter's decided to run along now, so you have to deal with that karma. Moreover, Saturn is in its retrogression. And that's another dictum in Vedic astrology, and that is that the planets, when they're retrograde, actually become much, much more powerful. So right now I've got my cat here, also becoming very, very powerful. This is Durga, named after the goddess Durga. Hello. And actually Durga is a female name, but we didn't realise. I hope we won't go there. But Durga is actually, now we discover a boy. So I have a beautiful cat. We found him in Manila in a little flower bed, and I'm sure now we've been sort of used to calling it her, she. Now it's he and him, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got an issue with an identity crisis. I think I'm going to have to do Durga's horoscope this week to see how Jupiter and Saturn are influencing his or her chart, right? Is that right? Say hello to the people. Anyhow, back to Saturn. So, particularly with those born in Virgo and Libra. Libra, according to Western astrology, this very, very powerful transit of Saturn, which has been protected by Jupiter for the last year, means that now, in this last few days, Libra in particular will start to feel the effects of Saturn, especially on areas of career. The professional aspects of your life right now are going to be undergoing some radical change. And again, this has to do with karma, because Saturn is the principal planet of karma, enemies, disease, obstructions, delays. So what you can expect here is some very, very big tests, very big trials and tribulations. And really this is not just specifically for Libra. I say that because these signs of Libra and Virgo have Saturn transiting those areas, but of course Saturn is going to influence every one of the 12 star signs in a specific way in different departments of life. So for example, Aries, there we say, and again now I'm talking in Western system, I'm shuffling between the two, but just to make it easier for you, Aries, you'll see the influence of Saturn more predominantly influencing your relationships, your marital circumstances. Taurus, again work for you, which is the other sign of Venus, will be undergoing some radical transformation. The area in which you work, the type of work you do, and the day-by-day activities that are involved in your working life. He must be, Taurus, having a hard time in his work. And then of course Gemini, relationships. Creativity might be obstructed during this period. Cancer, your home life, because Saturn will be moving through your fourth zone of domestic properties and family circumstances, and particularly your mother, because Saturn having an influence on your past, fourth house having to do with your hereditary aspects. Oh, Durga's back to say hello. Means that you're going to definitely have to deal with some of those issues, if there've been issues. Then we come to Leo. Third house is your siblings, it's your day-to-day travels, your mind generally. You might be a little bit heavy in the mind in your thinking now. Much more serious phase will be experienced by you during this particular transit. And we have Virgo. We've talked about Virgo. But according to the Western astrology, this is going to have an impact on your money, your finances and your values. Libra, we've talked about you, but this is also to do with your health, because having the Sun in Libra means that Saturn has been passing across that area of your horoscope, that planet which relates to your willpower, your physical well-being. So you need to really take care with your health at this time. And we come to Scorpio. Scorpio is having one of the most difficult periods. I've talked to a lot of Scorpios just now, and that is to do with Saturn in the 12th house. 12th house is your secret suffering, your past. All of the things that you've done that may not have been done properly are now coming back to haunt you. So you really have to accept that saying that, you know, if you've made your bed, you've got to sleep in it. Sagittarius, you should now be experiencing some good times, because Saturn in the 11th house is very good for income, fulfillment of your lifelong goals, profitability from your business. But it may cause some trouble with your friends. So just try to balance that area of your life. Capricorn is also very fortunate because Saturn is your ruler. So moving through the exalted sign of Libra, this is going to give you some upward mobility in terms of your profession and your career prospects just now. Aquarius too, being partly ruled by Saturn, means that your past karma is fortunate. Saturn being in the exalted sign now shows that your educational pursuits are about to pay off. So if you've been working hard over the last couple of years, you can look forward to tying up some of the loose ends in your studies, your educational pursuits, and maybe moving forward in your profession. And finally, Pisces. This is a little bit difficult for you up until probably the end of this year. It has to do with your joint finances, your shared resources. You need to be careful of whom you're loaning your money to, lending your money to. Loans and taxes and that sort of things may weigh heavily upon your head. Just be patient. I say this to all of you. Saturn's main teaching is to tread slowly, tread cautiously, be patient, and don't expect too much too soon. Look forward to talking to you again shortly. I'm here in Tagaytay, this beautiful rural area in the Philippines. And in the meanwhile, if you'd like to check out our astrology site, astrology.com.au, we've got some new things happening there. Look forward to your company. Take care.